Good morning to you all. Today I wish to discuss 100 important multiple choice questions covering the syllabus of work, energy and power, rotational motion and gravitation for NEET and other competitive exams. These questions are designed to help you to test your understanding of these topics. In case of any doubt in any question or answer, please verify from your textbook. If you have any doubt in any question or answer, please verify from your textbook. I will try my best to explain each and every term, but in case of any doubt, you must try to verify from your textbook. Question number 1. Work is said to be done when option A, there is no displacement, option B, force is applied, option C, force is applied and object is displaced, option D, displacement is opposite to that of force. The correct answer is C. The force is applied and object is displaced. Work will be done only when there are two terms, force is applied and object is displaced. Option C is correct. For work, the two things are needed. One is force and second is displacement. So option C is correct. The question number 2, the SI unit of work is option A joule, option B Newton, option C watt, option D erg. The SI unit of work is joule. Option A is correct. Question number 3. If a body moves in a circular path, the work done by the centripetal force is. If the body moves in a circular path, the work done by the centripetal force is option A positive, option B negative, option C 0 and option D infinite. The correct answer is C 0. If a body moves along a circular path, then work done by the centripetal force is 0 because theta is 90. Question number 4. The kinetic energy depends upon option A mass and velocity, option B velocity and acceleration, option C mass and height, option D force and time. The correct answer is A mass and velocity because kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 mv square. It depends upon mass and velocity. So option A is correct. Question number 5. The potential energy of a body at a height h is given by. The potential energy of a body at a height h is given by option A mgh, option B 1 by 2 mv square, option C F into D, option D 1 by 2 kx square. The potential energy of a body at a height h is given by mgh. Hence option A is correct. Question number 6. The moment of inertia of a thin rod about an axis perpendicular to its length through its center is given by. The moment of inertia of a thin rod about an axis perpendicular to its length through its center is given by option A 1 by 2 ml square, option C B 1 by 3 ml square, option C ml square, option D 1 by 2 ml square. The option A is correct, that is 1 by 12 ml square. The option A is correct. Question number 7. The angular momentum is the product of option A mass, force and radius, option B mass and velocity, option C moment of inertia and angular velocity, option D torque and time. The correct answer is C, moment of inertia and angular velocity. The angular momentum L is equal to I omega. I is moment of inertia, omega is angular velocity. Option C is correct. Question number 8. In rotational motion, the torque is equal to. Option A I into alpha, option B R in dot F, option C L dot omega, option D both A and B. Yes, it is correct. Torque is I alpha and torque is R dot F. Hence option A and B both are correct. The correct answer is D, both A and B. Question number 9. The angular velocity of a particle performing uniform circular motion is. The angular velocity of a particle performing uniform circular motion is option A constant, option B 0, option C variable, option D infinite. The angular velocity of a particle performing uniform circular motion is constant. So option A is correct. Question number 10. Rotational kinetic energy of a rigid body is, the rotational kinetic energy of a rigid body is 1 by 2 I omega square, B I omega square, C m v square, D 1 by 2 mv square. The correct answer is A, 1 by 2 I omega square. I is moment of inertia, omega is angular velocity. The rotational kinetic energy is 1 by 2 I omega square. Option A is correct. Question number 11. The force of attraction between two mass is directly proportional to, the force of attraction between two masses is directly proportional to, option A square of the distance between them, option B product of their masses, option C sum of the masses, option D inverse of the distance between them. The correct answer is B, product of the masses. The force of attraction between two masses is given by the product of their masses. The option B is correct. Question number 12. The value of acceleration due to gravity at the surface of Earth is, the value of acceleration due to gravity at the surface of Earth is, option A 6.67 into 10 raised power minus 11 meter per second square, option B 9.8 meter per second square, option C 3.8 meter per second square, option D 1.62 meter per second square. The correct answer is B, 9.8 meter per second square. The acceleration due to gravity at the surface of Earth is 9.8 meter per second square. Question number 13. The escape velocity from Earth's surface is approximately, the escape velocity from Earth's surface is approximately, option A 7 kilometer per second, option B 11.2 kilometer per second, option C 15 kilometer per second, option D 21 kilometer per second. The correct answer is B, 11.2 kilometer per second. Question number 14. A geostationary satellite revolves around the Earth in, a geostationary satellite revolves around the Earth in, option A 1 hour, option B 12 hours, option C 24 hours, option D 48 hours. The correct answer is C, 24 hours. Question number 15. Kepler's second law states that, the Kepler's second law states that, option A planet moves in an elliptical orbit with the sun at one of its focus, option B line joining two planet and sun sweeps equal area in equal interval of time, option C square of the period of revolution is proportional to cube of semi-major axis, option D none of the above. The Kepler's second law states that the line joining two planet and sun sweeps equal area in equal interval of time. That is option B is correct. The question number 16. Power is defined as, the power is defined as, option A work done per unit time, option B force per unit time, option C energy per unit distance, option D force per unit distance. The correct answer is power is equal to work done per unit time. The option A is correct. Question number 17. A force 10 Newton moves an object 2 meter in the direction of force. What is the work done? A force of 10 Newton moves an object 2 meter in the direction of force. The work done is force into distance, that is 10 into 2, 20. So hence option C is correct. The 20 joule. The work done is force into time, that is 10 into 2, 20 joule. The option C is correct. Question number 18. If the velocity of a body becomes double, the kinetic energy is, if the velocity of a body becomes double, the kinetic energy is 1 by 2 mv square. The v is double, then it will become 4 times. So it will becomes double, remains same, becomes 4 times, D becomes half. The correct answer is C, becomes 4 times. Question number 19. What is the relation between work and energy? What is the relation between work and kinetic energy? Option A work is force into displacement, option B work is equal to change in kinetic energy, option C work is equal to kinetic energy into time, option D work is equal to kinetic energy into displacement. The correct answer is B, the work is equal to change in kinetic energy. Hence option B is correct. Question number 20. A spring with the spring constant K is compressed by a distance x. The potential energy stored is a spring with the spring constant K is compressed to distance x. The potential energy stored is 1 by 2 kx square. Hence option C is correct. The potential energy is equal to 1 by 2 kx square. Hence C is correct. Question number 21. If the work done on a body is negative, if the work done on a body is negative, option A, kinetic energy decreases, option B, kinetic energy increases, option C, momentum increases, option D, velocity increases. The correct answer is, if work done on the body is negative, then kinetic energy decreases. Option A is correct. Question number 22. The efficiency of a machine is, option A, ratio of the input energy to output energy, B, ratio of output energy to input energy, C, sum of the input and output energies, D, difference of the input and output energies. Option B is correct. The ratio of output energy to input energy. Efficiency of a machine is the ratio of output energy to input energy. The B is correct. Question number 23. Which of these force is conservative? Which of these force is conservative? Option A, friction. Option B, air resistance. Option C, gravitational force. Option D, tension. So only one is force conservative, that is gravitational force is conservative. Rest are not conservative. So out of these four, the gravitational force is conservative. Question number 24. Which is not a unit of energy? Which is not a unit of energy? Option A, joules. Option B, calorie. Option C, electron volt. Option D, watt. So all these are the unit of energy except watt. Hence option D is correct. Question number 25. Work done by a variable force is calculated by using, option A, f dot d, option B, integral f dx, option C, 1 by 2 x square, option D, mv square. The correct answer is B, integration f dot dx. The work done by a variable force is calculated by B, that is integration f dot dx. Question number 26. The moment of inertia of a solid sphere about its diameter is, option A, 1 by 2 mr square, option B, 2 by 5 mr square, option C, 2 by 3 mr square, option D, 5 by 2 mr square. The correct answer is B, 2 by 5 mr square. The moment of inertia of a solid sphere about its diameter is 2 by 5 mr square. Question number 27. A body in rotational equilibrium has option A, constant angular velocity, option B, zero angular acceleration, option C, constant moment of inertia, option D, both A and B. So both A and B is correct, because a body in rotational equilibrium has constant angular velocity and zero angular acceleration. So both are correct, hence D is correct. Question number 28. The angular acceleration is measured in, option A, radian per second, option B, radian per second square, option C, meter per second square, option D, kilogram per meter. The correct answer is radian per second square. Option B is correct. Question number 29. If the radius of rotation doubles, the moment of inertia is, the moment of inertia is, option A, halves, option B, doubles, option C, becomes 4 times, option D, remains same. So moment of inertia is mr square. If radius is double, then it will become 4 times. The correct answer is C. Question number 30. A flywheel has a moment of inertia 10 kg meter square and its angular velocity is 20 radian per second. Its rotational kinetic energy is, the flywheel has a moment of inertia 10 kg meter square and angular velocity is 20 radian per second. its rotational kinetic energy is 1 by 2 I omega square. I is 10 and omega is 20, so then it will be 2000 joule. The option B is correct. You will calculate by 1 by 2 I omega square. Omega is 20 and I is 10. Question number 31. A torque of 40 Newton meter produce an angular acceleration 4 radian per second square. The moment of inertia is a torque of 40 Newton per Newton meter produce an angular acceleration 4 radian per second square. The moment of inertia is torque is equal to I alpha. So then I is equal to torque upon alpha, that is 40 upon 4, that is 10 kg meter square. Option A is correct. Question number 32. The radius of gyration is option A distance from axis to the point of application of force. Option B distance from the axis where the entire mass can be assumed to act. Option C moment of inertia per unit mass. Option D none of the above. The correct answer is B. The radius of gyration is the distance from axis where the entire mass can be assumed to act. Question number 33. Which of the following is not affected by rotational inertia? Which of the following is not affected by rotational inertia? Option A angular velocity, option B torque, option D angular momentum, option D linear velocity. The correct answer is linear velocity. All are affected by rotational inertia except linear velocity. Hence option D is correct. Question number 34. The precession is associated with option A linear motion, option B torque free rotation, option C gyroscopic motion, option D angular momentum conservation. The correct answer is C gyroscopic motion. The precession is associated with gyroscopic motion. Question number 35. The relation between torque and angular momentum is option A torque is equal to I omega, option B torque is equal to dl by dt, option C L is equal to dt by d tau by dt, option D L is equal to I alpha. The correct answer is B, torque is equal to dl by dt, d by dt of angular momentum. Question number option B is correct. Question number 36. The value of gravitational constant G is 6.67 into 10 raised power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. B is 9.8 Newton meter square per kg square. C is 11.2 Newton meter square per kg square. D is 1.62 Newton meter square per kg square. Option A is correct. G is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. This is being corrected. Hence, please correct it. 6.647 into 10 raised power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Option A is correct. Question number 37. The acceleration due to gravity on the moon is it is 1 by 6 of acceleration due to gravity at Earth. So G by 6. So then it will be 1.62 meter per second square. It will be G by 6, that is 9.8 by 6. It is equal to 1.62 meter per second square. Question number 38. The weightlessness in a satellite is due to option A 0 gravity, option B free fall of the satellite, option C lack of atmosphere, option D high orbital speed. The correct answer is free fall of the satellite. The B is correct. Question number 39. The orbital velocity of a satellite depends upon option A radius of orbit, option B mass of satellite, option B C mass of planet, option D both A and C. The correct answer is both A and C because it depends upon radius of satellite orbit and mass of the planet. Hence option D is correct. The orbital velocity of a satellite depends upon radius of orbit and mass of planet. The option D is correct. Question number 40. The time period of a satellite in a circular radius r is proportional to the time period of a satellite in a circular orbit of radius r is proportional to option A r cube, option B r की power 3 by 2, option C r square, option D r की power 1 by 2. The correct answer is B, r की power 3 by 2, because t square is directly proportional to r cube, hence t is proportional to r की power 3 by 2. Option B is correct. Question number 41. The escape velocity on the moon is option A 2.38 km per second, option B 7.9 km per second, option C 11.2 km per second, option D 20 km per second. The correct answer is A, 2.38 km per second. Question number 42. The binding energy of a satellite is equal to option A kinetic energy, option B potential energy, option D C total energy, option D negative of total energy. The correct answer is D. The binding energy of a satellite is equal to negative of the total energy. Question number 43. In an elliptical orbit, the speed of a satellite is maximum at option A apogee, option B perigee, option C center, option D focus. The correct answer is B, perigee. In an elliptical satellite orbit, the speed of satellite is maximum at perigee. Question number 44. The tidal force are the result of option A centripetal force, option B gravitational force, option C differential gravitational force, option D frictional force. The correct answer is C, differential gravitational forces. The tidal forces are differential gravitational forces. Option C is correct. Question number 45. The effective weight of a body at the equator is less than the poles due to the effective weight of a body at the equator is less than at the pole due to option A gravitational anomalies, option B centripetal acceleration, option C earth magnetic field, option D temperature difference. The correct answer is B, centripetal acceleration. The effective weight of a body at equator is less than the pole due to centripetal acceleration. B is correct. Question number 46. The work done by a force is maximum when angle between force and displacement is maximum when the angle between force and displacement is option A 0, option B 45, option C 90, option D 180. The correct answer is A 0. Work done by a force is maximum when angle is 0. Question number 47. Which of the following form of energy is conserved in an isolated system? Which of the following form of energy is conserved in an isolated system? Option A kinetic energy, option B potential energy, option C mechanical energy, option D total energy. The correct answer is D, total energy. Total energy is always conserved in an isolated system. Hence option D is correct. Question number 48. A bullet of mass 10 g is fired with a velocity of 200 meter per second. What is its kinetic energy? A bullet of mass 10 g is fired with a velocity of 200 meter per second. Its kinetic energy is 1 by 2 mv square. Then it will be equal to 200 joule. The option B is correct. The kinetic energy is 1 by 2 mv square. Question number 49. A 1 kg body falling freely from a height 10 meter, the kinetic energy just before hitting the ground is, if a body 1 kg falling freely from a height of 10 meter, the kinetic energy just before hitting the ground is 98 joule, because it is equal to mgh. Kinetic energy is equal to potential energy, so it is equal to mg into h, so it will be 98 joule. Question number 50. The dimensional formula for the power is ml t, option A ml t minus 2, option B ml2 t minus 3, option C ml m2 L3 t minus 2. Option D ml3 t minus 3. The correct answer is B ml2 t minus 3. The dimensional formula for power is ml2 t minus 3. So question number 51. A force F acting on a body cause a displacement d at an angle of theta. The work done is. A force F acting on a body causes a displacement d at an angle of theta. The work done is option A F into d, option B F d sin theta, option C F d cos theta, option D F square d square cos theta. The correct answer is C F d cos theta. The work done is equal to F d cos theta. C is correct. Question number 52. Which of the following is not an example of potential energy? Which of the following is not an example of potential energy? Option A water stored in a dam, option B compressed spring, option C moving car, option D stretch rubber band. Which of the following is not an example of potential energy? Option A water stored in a dam, option B compressed spring, option C moving car, option D stretch rubber band. The correct answer is C moving car. All are the example of potential energy except moving car. So then option C is correct. Question number 53. If a machine produces 100 watt of power in 10 seconds, what is the total work done? If a machine produces 100 watt of power in 10 seconds, what is the total work done? The total work done is equal to power into time, that is 1000 joule. Option C is correct. Question number 54. If a car speed increases from 10 meter per second to 20 meter per second, the work done by the engine is. If a car speed increases from 10 meter per second to 20 meter per second, the work done by the engine is. The work done by the engine will be the change in kinetic energy, that is 1 by 2 m v2 square minus v1 square. Then it will become 4 times, because speed is doubled, v is doubled, it means work done, kinetic energy will be equal to 4 times. Hence it will be 4 times. Option A is correct. The question number 55. The power of a machine is 500 watt. What is the work done in 5 seconds? The power is 500 watt. The work done is power into time, that is 2500 joule. Option B is correct. Question number 56. The moment of inertia of a ring about its diameter is. The moment of inertia of a ring about its diameter is mr square. Option B 1 by 2 mr square. Option C 1 by 4 mr square. Option D 2 mr square. The correct answer is C 1 by 4 mr square. Question number 57. A disc and a ring of the same mass and radius rolls down on an inclined plane which reaches the bottom first. A disc and a ring of same mass and radius rolls down an inclined plane which reaches the bottom first. Option A disc, option B ring, option C both simultaneously, option D depends on inclined angle. The correct answer is A disc. Disc will reach first. 58. Question number 58. The torque acting on a particle is the cross product of. The torque acting on a particle is the cross product of. Option A position, vector and angular velocity. Option B force and displacement. Option C position, vector and force. And option D angular velocity and angular momentum. The torque is the product of, cross product of position, vector and force. Option C is correct. Question number 59. In rotational motion, the angular displacement is measured in rotational motion, the angular displacement is measured in option A degree, option B radian, option C revolution, option D all the above. The correct answer is D all the above. In rotational motion, the angular displacement is measured in degree, radian and revolution. Hence option D is correct, that all are correct. Question number 60. The rotational analog of force is. The rotational analog of force is option A angular momentum, option B torque, option C moment of inertia, option D angular velocity. The correct answer is B, torque. The rotational analog of force is torque. Option B is correct. Question number 61. The unit of angular momentum is kg meter square per second. B, kg meter per second. C, Newton meter per second. D, kg per second. The option A is correct. That is kg meter square per second. Option A is correct. Question number 62. In pure rotational motion, the point of contact with ground is rolling motion. In pure rolling motion, the point of contact with the ground is option A, has maximum velocity, B, is momentarily at rest, C, has minimum acceleration, D, has constant velocity. The point of contact with ground is momentarily at rest. Option B is correct. Question number 63. A thin hollow cylinder and a solid cylinder rolls down with the same inclined plane without slipping. Which reaches the bottom first? A thin hollow cylinder and a solid cylinder rolls down the same incline without slipping. Which reaches the bottom first? Option A, hollow cylinder. Option B, solid cylinder. Option C, both simultaneously. Option D, depends on radii. The correct answer is B, solid cylinder will reach first. Question number 64. A disk is rotating with angular velocity omega. If its radius is doubled, its angular velocity will. A disk is rotating with angular velocity. If its radius is double, its angular velocity will. Option A, remains same. Option B, doubles. Option C, halves. Option D, quadruples. The correct answer is A, remains same. If radius is double, but angular velocity will not change because disk is rotated with angular velocity omega. Question number 65. The moment of inertia of a body depends on mass distribution. B, axis of rotation. C, shape of the body. D, all the above. Yes, it depends upon all the above. All the three are correct. Hence, moment of inertia of a body depends upon mass distribution, axis of rotation and shape of body. The option D is correct. Question number 66. The gravitational force between the two mass is option A, inversely proportional to their masses. Option B, directly proportional to their distance. Option C, inversely proportional to square of their distance. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is C, inversely proportional to square of their distance. Question number 67. The shape of satellite of a orbit is. Option A, circular. Option B, parabolic. Option C, elliptical. Option D, hyperbolic. The correct answer is C, elliptical. The shape of satellite or orbit is elliptical. Option C is correct. Question number 68. What is the potential energy of a satellite M at a height h above the surface of Earth? What is the potential energy of a satellite of mass m at a height h above the surface of Earth? A, minus g mm upon r. B, minus g mm upon r plus h. C, g mm upon r plus h. D, g mm upon r square. The correct answer is B, minus g mm upon r plus h. G is the gravitational constant, m is the mass of Earth, small m is the mass of satellite, and r is the radius of Earth, h is the height. The correct answer is B. Question number 69. The period of revolution of a planet is proportional to option A, cube of its radius. Option B, square of the radius. Option C, square root of the radius. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is the square of the time period of planet is proportional to cube of the radius. The square, here something is missing, that is square of the period of revolution of a planet is directly proportional to cube of its radius. Option A is correct. Question number 70. The acceleration due to gravity decreases with option A increase in depth, option B increase in altitude, option C both A and B, option D none of the above. The correct answer is C, both A and B. That is, acceleration due to gravity decreases with the depth, increase in depth with the increase in altitude. Both in the case in the depth as well as in the altitude, acceleration due to gravity decreases. Hence, C is correct, both A and B. Question number 71. The force experienced by a satellite in a orbit is centripetal force, option B gravitational force, option C both A and B. The correct answer is C, both A and B. The force experienced by a satellite in the orbit is correct, C, both A and B is correct. Hence, option C is correct. The question number 72. The height of a geostationary satellite from Earth's surface is approximately. Option A 12,300 km, option B 35,800 km, option C 42,500 km, option D 10,000 km. The correct answer is B, 35,800 km. Option B is correct. Question number 73. The gravitational potential energy of a system is negative because option A energy is released in bending, option B energy increases with separation, option C energy is conserved, option D none of the above. The correct answer is A, energy is released in binding. The gravitational potential energy of a system is negative because energy is released in binding. Question number 74. The work energy theorem states that work done by all forces acting on a body is equal to. The work energy theorem states that the work done by all forces acting on a body is equal to option A change in momentum, option B change in kinetic energy, option C change in potential energy, option D total energy. The correct answer is B, change in kinetic energy. The work energy theorem states that work done by all forces acting on a body is equal to change in kinetic energy. Question number 75. The energy possessed by a body due to its motion is option A kinetic energy, option B potential energy, option C mechanical energy, option D heat energy. The correct answer is A, kinetic energy. The energy possessed by a body due to its motion is kinetic energy. Question number 76. Which physical quantity is conserved in an elastic collision? Option A kinetic energy, option B potential energy, option C total energy, option D all the above. The correct answer is D. Which physical quantity is conserved in elastic collision? Kinetic energy is conserved, potential energy is conserved, and total energy is conserved. Hence, answer D is correct. All the above are correct. Question number 77. The SI unit of work is option A Newton, option B Joule, option C Watt, option D the erg. The correct answer is B, Joule. The SI unit of work is Joule. Question number 78. In a pendulum at the highest point the energy is completely due to kinetic, B potential, C mechanical, D thermal. So B is correct, that is potential. In a pendulum at the highest point the energy is completely potential energy. Option B is correct. 79. The maximum power delivered by an engine occurs when its speed is option A is maximum, option B 0, option B C half of the maximum speed, option D independent of speed. The correct answer is C. The maximum power delivered by the engine when its speed is half the maximum speed c. The question number 80. The spring is stretched by x. The work done by stretching the spring is proportional to. The spring is stretched by x. The work done by stretching of the spring is proportional to. Option A x square. Option B x cube. Option C x. Option D square root of x. The correct answer is A x square. The work done is directly proportional to x square. Question A, part A is correct. Question number 81. A 2 kg mass is dropped from a height of 10 meter. The velocity just before hitting the ground is. A 2 kg mass is dropped from a height of 10 meter. The velocity just before hitting the ground is v square is equal to u square plus 2gh. By taking g 9.8, you will calculate v is equal to 14 meter per second. Option B is correct. Question number 82. If the power of motor is 1 kilowatt, the work done in 1 hour is. If the power of a motor is 1 kilowatt, the work it does in 1 hour is. Option A, because work done is equal to power into time. So power 1 hour is equal to 3600 second. So 1 kilowatt into 3600. So that is 3600 kilojoule. The correct answer will be 3600 kilojoule. The option C will be correct. Question number 83. The moment of inertia of a rod about an axis perpendicular to its length at one end is. The moment of inertia of a rod about an axis perpendicular to its length at one end is. Option A 1 by 3 ml square. Option B 1 by 12 ml square. Option C 1 by 2 ml square. Option D ml square. The correct answer is A 1 by 3 ml square. The moment of inertia of a rod about an axis perpendicular to its length at one end is 1 by 3 ml square. Question number 84. The angular velocity of a wheel increases uniformly from 10 radian per second to 50 radian per second in 5 seconds. The angular acceleration is. The angular velocity of a wheel increases uniformly from 10 radian per second to 50 radian per second in 5 seconds. The angular acceleration is 50 minus 10 by 5, that is 4 by 5 is equal to 8 radian per second square. The question, option B is correct. You will calculate by the formula alpha acceleration. Angular acceleration is equal to omega 2, that is 50 minus omega 1 10 by t2 minus t1. So 50 minus 10 divided by 5 is equal to 8. Question number 85. The work done by a torque acting on through an angular displacement theta is given by. The work done by a torque acting through an angular displacement theta is given by. Option A torque into theta sin theta. Option B torque into theta. Option C torque into theta square. Option D torque square into theta. The work done is equal to torque into theta. The option B is correct. The work done by a torque through an angular displacement theta is torque into theta. Option B is correct. Question number 86. The rigid body rotates with an angular acceleration. Its angular velocity after t second is. The rigid body rotates with an angular acceleration. Its angular velocity after t second will be. Option A omega is equal to omega naught t. Option B omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. Option C omega is equal to 80 alpha t square. Option D omega is equal to omega naught plus 1 alpha t square. The correct answer is B, omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha into t. Question number 87. The center of mass of a uniform semicircular ring lies. The center of mass of a uniform semicircular ring lies. Option B A at the geometric center. Option B along the radius. Option C along the vertical line below the center. Option D above the center. The correct answer is C along the vertical line below the center. The center mass of a uniform semicircular ring lies along the vertical line below the center. Option C is correct. Question number 88. When a spinning ice skater pulls her arm inward, her angular speed. When a spinning ice skater pulls her arm inward, her angular speed. Option A decreases, option B increases, option C remains constant, option D becomes 0. The correct answer is B, increases, because angular momentum remains constant. Hence, when angular pulls when scatter pulls her arm inward means I decreases, angular velocity, angular speed will increase. So option B is correct, because L is equal to constant, hence I omega is constant. If I decreases, angular velocity increases. Question number 89. Rotational kinetic energy of a rigid body is proportional to. The rotational kinetic energy of a rigid body is proportional to. Option A, angular acceleration. Option B, square of angular velocity. Option C, torque. Option D, moment of inertia. The correct answer is B, square of angular velocity. The rotational kinetic energy is proportional to square of angular velocity. Option B is correct. Question number 90. The product of moment of inertia and angular velocity gives. The product of moment of inertia and angular velocity gives. Option A, torque. Option B, angular acceleration. Option C, angular momentum. Option D, rotational kinetic energy. Option C is correct, that is angular momentum. The product of moment of inertia and angular velocity is equal to angular momentum. Option C is correct. Question number 91. The acceleration due to gravity on the surface of Earth is maximum at. The acceleration due to gravity on the surface of Earth is maximum at. Option A, equator. Option B, poles. Option C, tropic. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is B, poles. Acceleration due to gravity on the surface of Earth is maximum at poles. Question number 92. The force of gravity between two bodies is 0 when. The force of gravity between two bodies is 0 when. Option A, distance is infinite. Option B, mass is 0. Option C, one mass is infinite. Option D, both A and B. The correct answer is both A and B. Both A, when distance is infinite, the force of gravity is 0. B, mass is 0, then force of gravity is also 0. The correct answer is D, both A and B. Question number 93. The energy required to move a satellite from orbital radius r1 to r2 is. The energy required to move a satellite from a orbit radius r1 to r2 is. Option A, gmm into 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2. B, gmm into 1 upon r2 minus 1 upon r1. C, 1 by 2 gmm r2 minus r1. D, none of the above. The correct answer is B. The energy required to move a satellite from r1 to r2 is gmm 1 upon r2 minus 1 upon r1. That is option B is correct. Question number 94. A body weight 600 Newton on Earth. Its weight on Moon is approximately. A body weighs 600 Newton on Earth. Its weight on the Moon is approximately 1 by 6. That is 100 Newton. Option B will be correct, because the value of G at the Moon is 1 by 6 of the value of G at Earth. Hence it will be 1 by 6 times, that is 100 Newton. 94. In question number 94, the option B is correct. Question number 95. The weight of a body at the center of Earth is. The weight of a body at the center of Earth is. Option A, same as surface. Option B, double of its surface weight. Option C, 0. Option D, half of the surface weight. The correct answer is C, 0, because G is 0 at center of Earth. Hence weight is also 0. Weight is equal to m into G. The value of G at the Earth center is 0. Hence weight is 0. Question number 96. The escape velocity on earth is given by, the escape velocity on the earth is given by option A g under root gm upon r, option B under root 2 gm upon r, option C under root gm r upon 2, option D under root gm upon 2r. The correct answer is B, under root 2 gm upon r. The correct answer is D. The escape velocity on earth is given by under root 2 gm upon r. Question number 97. The time period of a satellite increases if, the time period of a satellite increases if mass of the satellite increases, B radius of the orbit increases, option C radius of orbit decreases, option D mass of the planet increases. The correct answer is B, radius of the orbit increases. Hence option B is correct, because t square is directly proportional to r cube. If r will increase, then time period will increase. Question number 98. If the earth radius shrink without change in its mass, the value of g. If the earth radius shrink without change in mass, the value of g, because g is inversely proportional to r square, hence by decreasing r, g will increase. So option A is correct. If the radius shrink without change in mass, so small g is directly proportional to 1 upon r square. If r will decrease, g will increase. Option A is correct. Question number 99. The gravitational force is independent of, the gravitational force is independent of option A mass involved, option B distance between mass, option C nature of the medium, option D none of the above. The correct answer is nature of the medium. Gravitational force is independent of nature of the medium. It depends upon mass, it depends upon distance, but does not depend upon nature of the medium. Hence it is independent of nature of medium. Option C is correct. Question number 100. Which factor cause variation in g across earth's surface? Which factor cause variation in g across earth's surface? Option A earth rotation, option B shape of the earth, option D altitude, option D all the above. The correct answer is all the above, because g varies with earth rotation, g varies with shape of earth, g varies with altitude. Hence option D is correct. All the above are correct. So in case of 100, question number 100, the answer D is correct. In case of any doubt in any question or answer, please verify from textbook. I again request you, if you have any doubt in any question, please verify from textbook, because I have tried my best to explain each and every term. There are also some numericals, they need a solution. I have tried to explain each and every term, but if you have any doubt, please verify from your book. These are the important questions for NEET examination, JEE examination, CUET, and for all other your competitive examination like NDA, CDS, etc. Please prepare these questions. These questions will help you to solve other questions based upon these questions. It is a physics. You can prepare, you can practice these questions. I have tried my best to explain each and every question. If you like this video, please share this video to all your friends. Those are preparing for NDA, CDS, NEET examination, JEE examination, and other competitive examination. Please subscribe my channel to see more videos on the whole syllabus of NEET, NDA, CUET, and other competitive examination. For class 12th, for class 10th, I have prepared more videos on class 10th and 12th. I have also prepared more videos on motivational videos on my channel. Please subscribe my channel. Please share and subscribe my channel to your friends. Please also comment on my channel, so that I may improve if any improvement is needed. Please subscribe my channel. I again request you to subscribe my channel. Thank you.